And I'm Jaclyn.
My moments with mom.
Hi everybody! Or actually, I should say hello everybody. Happy Valentine's Day to you guys! I know this video is a little bit later than usual, but that's because we wanted to post it on Valentine's Day. And actually, you guys, one of our flickers commented on one of our videos suggesting that we should post this video on Valentine's Day. Her username is BellaAaron77, and we were like, oh my gosh, that's such a great idea. Like, why don't we do it? Post it on Valentine's Day. Such a great idea, so thank you so much, Bella. I'm assuming that's your name, since your username is BellaAaron77. I'm all over. So you guys, we got the famous Cinderella story from Mama Flicker for you guys today. It is gonna be so good. Well, or at least I hope it's gonna be. I think it's really good. It's a really good story. You guys will wanna listen to the whole thing. It might be a little long, but trust me, it's worth it to sit through it and listen to everything because it is so cute. Oh my gosh, the most amazing story. So without further ado, here's Mama Flicker.
Hi guys! Hi Flicker!
Wait, and remember you're shorter than me, so
Oh,
I
yeah.
gotta...
Okay, Jaclyn has to adjust because wait, she claims I'm shorter than her, but well, actually, I did look shorter than her. I think her head's bigger than mine, so it goes up higher. It's longer too. My little old eyes, the light seems so bright, so she turned it down. Okay, guys, as you know, we posted my bad date videos, and if you haven't seen those videos, go to our playlist on our channel, and it should say like my mom's bad dates. Jaclyn's turning the light back up again. I look pale now.
Wait,
all right.
I didn't even do it really.
I could tell you didn't.
Not really.
So today I'm going to tell you guys how I met Dad Flicker. It's such a cute story, guys. I hope you guys like it after all this time because we kept saying it's such a good story. You guys are all, no, you guys are going to say it's boring. No, it's a cute story. All right, I just combed my hair and Jaclyn informed me I had hairs on my chest.
I got him. I got you, babe.
I told you guys I'm growing a lot of hairs that I didn't have in places, going through menopause. I'm not there yet. I'm almost to menopause, but those are not, I don't have hairs on my chest. Those were from my head. Just to let you know, in case you saw those hairs, you're like, oh my God, she has long hairs on her chest. The year was 1980. You guys know how old I am because I admitted it in a video, but if you guys don't know how old I am, I'm gonna tell you again right now. I am 54 years old, you guys. I will be 55 years old next month. Can you believe that?
I'm trying to replicate it, audience.
Okay. Oh, that was pretty good, except there's only one person in the audience. All right, you guys. The year was 1980. I was working, for you young flickers, you're gonna be all where? I was working at a store called Montgomery Ward. It was a department store, okay? I started working there. They just built this new one in the city I lived in, and so everybody like went there like to get a job. And I was 18 years old, okay? My fashion changed, so now I was like into wearing like plaid skirts like down to my knees and like puffy sleeve tops with bows, like they buttoned up and had little I would put little bows here and like tie them. Okay, that's just what I like to do, you guys. Okay, I wore like dark stockings with it, and sometimes I had like lace up boots on and stuff. All right, when I was in the children's department, I met a girl named Connie. Connie went to the same school I did, and she was a junior. Okay, I had just graduated, all right? So I was out of the school already, and Connie was a junior. So we got to be friends. I'm still friends with Connie to this day. All right, so you guys, one day, it was a Friday, and Connie said, hey, tonight, I'm going to Hollywood to a disco for 18 and under called Maryland's. You wanna go with me? And my friend Al is going. You guys, 1980, okay? And so it turns out Al was a sophomore, okay? So you guys, that's right. Mama Flicker is a cougar. That's right, Mama Flicker is a cougar. All right, so I was like, sure. Okay, you guys, I'm telling you, I had never like been to dances. I had never been invited to like a dancing place, okay? So I was like, okay, sure. And you know, and of course disco was still in back then, you guys. All right.
You just really appropriately.
I did.
You did.
Well, you guys, let me tell you. Al was AKA Jerry, because if you guys don't know that story, let me tell you real quick so you're not confused. We're all named with J's in the family. I'm Jackie, there's Jaclyn, Jaclyn's brother's Jake, and Jaclyn's dad's the oddball, his name's Al. So a few years ago, we started joking around. He's like, you know, I've never liked my name. I want to be I want to be named with the J. So we started joking around calling him Jerry, okay? So we call him Jerry. So if I ever say Jerry, it's Al. And if I ever say Al, it's Jerry. All right. So you guys, that night came and we're going to the disco, okay? So I'm in my living room, all dressed for the disco, you guys. That's right. I went home and took off the plaid skirt, you guys. Okay? You know what I put on? Sorry, you guys. This was me. I put on a pair of cream-colored corduroy overalls.
Oh my god.
Okay? And they were called something funny like balloon overalls or something like that because they weren't fitted. It's like they were just kind of like poofy.
Oh
so they were cream-colored corduroys. I totally remember what I wore. I wore a white puffy sleeve blouse with little purple flowers all over it.
Yes.
I buttoned it up to the top and it had a purple ribbon that tied in a bow. I don't even know what shoes I had on, you guys. If you watched our other video, I was probably still wearing Earth shoes. Okay, my Earth shoes. And it's so funny, some of our viewers looked it up and they were like, poor mama. Okay, true. Because they're
not
ugly. Yeah. All right, you guys. So the doorbell rings. Okay, I open the door. Here comes Connie and Al. Oh my God, you guys. Connie looks all hip, right? Going to the disco. She had like a dress on and everything. She looked like, you know, she looked real good, okay? In walks Al. He must have been about 85 pounds, maybe 90, okay? I think I weighed more than him.
Oh
he has skin tight Jordache jeans on. I'll never forget, you guys, the first time I saw him. Skin tight Jordache jeans, a pink polo shirt.
Wow.
Tucked into the skin tight jeans. And he has, his hair's parted in the middle and it's kind of long and it's all feathered back, okay? And he has a mustache.
Oh, I hated that.
Oh my God, you guys.
Did not like that.
I saw him and I was like, yeah, I saw him and I was like, ew. Okay, I swear that's what I thought because I was like, oh my God, who's this little disco guy with the skin tight Jordache jeans on? If you younger flickers don't know, ask your parents about Jordache jeans because they were like a big deal.
Well, if they're old
back then. Yeah, but you guys may know, of course. So we get in Al's car. He was driving, okay? Get in his car and we drive to Maryland's disco. Guys, I was so awkward, okay? I walk in and everybody, you guys, is so hip. I mean, these girls, their dresses, their hairdos, their makeup. I mean, we're talking like 100% like disco, okay? And there I am in my dorky like overalls and my puffy sleeve top with my bow. So the minute we get in there, I kid you not, you guys, Connie and Al go off to dance together. And I'm like standing there, like all by myself. Oh my God, you guys.
Oh my God.
Within like 5 minutes, somebody taps me on the back and all I hear is, you wanna dance? I'm not, you guys know how short I am if you've met me. I'm only like 5 feet. I turn around and I literally went and I look down. This guy was shorter than me. He must have been like 4'9". And he has a zoot suit on. If you guys don't know what a zoot suit is,
to look it up.
Google it. And he has this full-on zoot suit, like the hat and everything, you guys. Oh my gosh, the chain.
Wait, but who would wear that to a disco?
Well,
did other people have that on there?
I don't remember.
Oh, you don't remember?
So I'm like, well, sure, why not? Better than standing there alone. So we go dance, you guys, and he was so funny the whole time. This is all he did. I was like, you know, dancing. All right, and this is him going around my body like this. And that's what he kept doing, like going like this around me. And he would go down and he'd shimmy back up and come down. Al and Connie never came and got me. Never came and got me. Like I'm dancing with this guy for like 2 hours straight. Later they claimed that it looks like I was having so much fun that they didn't want to disturb me. All right, you guys. So that was the first time that I met Al. After we left the disco, we went to Tommy's Burgers, like in LA, okay? But I didn't think anything about Al or like anything like that. All right. So I would say maybe like 2 more times we went to like that disco or this other disco that was in LA somewhere. But anyway, but I still like didn't think anything about Al, okay? So time passes, you guys, and I'm gonna say it was probably about
It's a while.
1984, 3. So probably 3-4 years go by, okay? I still know Connie, but now I'm kind of hanging out with this other group of people, okay? So one day, my friend Tom says, hey, Jackie, we're all gonna go to the Peppermint Elephant. It's really a place, you guys, a dancing place called the Peppermint Elephant.
That's a cool name.
Now times change, you guys. Now I'm a little bit hipper, you know. I'm not wearing the puffy sleeve blouses anymore with the, you know, with the little bows at the thing. Yeah. But I'm still not a good, you know, dresser or anything. So we meet at Tom's house. Oh, and let me tell you, after like 1980, I didn't talk to Al at all because like we never became friends. Like we never exchanged numbers. We didn't become friends. You know, we certainly didn't have cell phones back then or anything. So I just never saw him again. I didn't think anything of it because I was like, oh, well, you know, whatever.
So you only saw him
I only saw him like maybe like 3 times, I think. We went dancing that first time and then another time, but I never even danced with Al because he was off like, you know, with Connie and whoever else, you know, and I would just like go with them, you know. So anyway, so we get to my friend Tom's house, okay? So I walk in with my other friend, and who was sitting in the living room? Al. And he sees me, and he's like, Jackie, and I'm all, Al? So it turns out, you guys, the first time we met was through my friend Connie. Now, a few years later, I'm hanging around with a different group of people. Al happened to know
them too.
What? Okay, because we all went to the same high school, but I didn't even know that these people knew Al. So it turns out Tom was real good friends with Al, and he invited Al to go with us to this dancing place. Oh my gosh, you guys. What are the chances? So we had so much fun that night, Al and I. You know, we talked and we laughed and we danced, and I remember we all took different cars, and I actually rode in the car with Al and one of the other guys that we were friends with. And we had so much fun. Okay, so after that, Al and I became friends. Like he would hang out with this other group, you know, of friends, and we would go wherever. We'd go to the movies, we'd go to dinner, we'd go miniature golfing, and Al and I became good friends, okay? So we went out, you guys, as friends for quite a while. So I would say maybe like a year passed or so, and you know, friends start to drift apart or different things. So our group of friends kind of started to disband, you know, like, you know, people going this way and that way. So as the group started to kind of like, you know, drift off in different places, Al and I kept doing things together as friends. And I remember one time, you guys, I got really mad at him because we were all supposed to go out together, like somewhere, the movies or something, and everybody flaked out, like nobody wanted to go. So I called Al and I said, okay, well, you still want to go, right? And he's all, no, I don't think I want to go anymore. And I'm all, oh, how come? And he's all, well, I don't want people to get the wrong idea. And I was like, I didn't even know what he was talking about. And I'm all, well, what do you mean? He's all, well, if me and you go out alone, they might think, you know, like we like each other or something. And I'm all, well, that's dumb. I'm all, we're just going because nobody else wants to go. He's all, no, I don't want to go. I got so mad at him, you guys, I hung up on him. I told my mom, I was like, ew, I'm mad at Al because, you know, like he didn't want to go out, you know, just because everybody else flaked. So like 2 weeks later, he goes, so I didn't call him or anything after that. I was so mad. And so like a week or two later, I was out with my mom and sister at a restaurant, and she's all, ah! She's all, look who just walked in. And Al walked into the restaurant.
Look, again,
yeah.
Another one of the
Al walked into the restaurant.
Oh
She's all, go over there right now and say hi to him. And I'm like, no, I'm not gonna go say hi to him. Forget it. So we're sitting there, and I had seen him, and so all of a sudden somebody comes up and puts their hands over my eyes, and of course I knew it was Al, right? And I'm like, but I was like still mad at him, right? But I'm like, oh hey, you know, like trying to make believe, like, you know, like I was all, you know, cool now. So that kind of made us like, you know, start talking again. So as I told you, like our band of friends kind of like went off in their own direction. So Al and I just started going out together as friends, okay? And we went everywhere, you guys. We went to dinner, we'd go to the mall and walk around, like just everywhere. So my mom loved Al, of course, because he was so polite. He was so sweet. I remember my mom saying one day all the guys came to my house like to meet. We were all gonna go out. And Al was like the one that was like the friendliest. And I remember my mom bringing a chair for Al to sit down. But none of the other guys, only for Al. I was like, oh my gosh, Mom, how obvious. But she would always be like, oh, I like Al, I like Al. It was so funny. So Al, he had some neighbors that moved far away, and he went to go visit them, okay, like up north somewhere. And I think he was there for like a week or so. All right, so I was at my aunt's house. I had taken my Nana shopping, and then we went to my aunt's house, and we're there. And the phone rings, and my aunt picks up the phone. She's, oh, Jackie, it's Mom. So I get on the phone, and my mom says, Jackie, Al just got back from vacation. He's gonna call you. And I gave him Auntie Rose's number, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I hang up the phone and
wait, how did she know he was gonna call you?
Because so Al called my house to talk to me, and I wasn't there. Oh, so my mom gave him my aunt's phone number, and then she called me to let me know he was gonna call.
And by the way, she's told me all these stories before, but you know, I forget things, so that's why I'm asking questions.
Okay. So you guys, a few minutes later, the phone rings, and I picked it up, and it's Al. And he is so funny, guys. He's all, oh, hey, Jackie. And I'm like, hey, Al. And he's like, oh, I got back from vacation. I wanted to know if you wanted to go out to dinner tonight, but oh, it's okay, because you're at your aunt's house. And I'm like, oh, no, I want to go. You guys, it was so hilarious. I hung up the phone, and I really did this to my Nana. I looked at my Nana, and I'm like, Nana, you gotta find your own way home. I gotta go. So you guys, it was so hilarious. I was so excited that Al was back, because you know, by this time I started like liking him more than a friend. Of course, I hadn't said anything to him or anything. I wasn't gonna say anything. So I was so excited, so I hung up the phone, I looked at my Nana, and I'm like, Nana, you gotta find your own way home. And it was so cute, and she's all, oh, honey, go. My Nana had the cutest little accent. I ditched my Nana at my aunt's house. I just left her there, and I got in the car, and I went home, and I got ready, and I remember Al picked me up and took me to a restaurant called Larry Parker's. It was like a 50s diner, like in Los Angeles. So we were talking and everything, and he said something, you guys. I wish I could remember exactly. It was something really cute about, she was asked, I think the lady that, like Al, the family he went to go see, like they were asking him something like, oh, do you have anybody special or girlfriend? And Al's like, oh, you know. Right, so he was kind of like wishy-washy, like kind of the way he was talking, like, and I was like,
it was you.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, yeah, and I was kind of thinking, oh, maybe he means me, you know. But still, like, nothing was said. One day, and I'm just telling you guys these little story things because, you know, it's all cute, you know, like leading up to the story. It's part of the story. Then another time, it was so cute. Al had these good friends named Gary and Pauline. And he said, oh, Jackie, I want you to meet my good friends, Gary and Pauline, and, you know, their boyfriend, girlfriend, and I want you to meet him. And I'm like, oh, okay. So, you guys, we all went out to dinner. We had a really good time, and they were really sweet. So, we started, like, going out with them. And then one day, we went to Magic Mountain, okay? And so it was me and Al, Gary and Pauline's family.
And you're still friends with them, too?
We're still friends with them, too. Yes. After Magic Mountain, we were all going to go back to Pauline's sister's house and sleep over instead of driving all the way back home. So we got to her sister's house after Magic Mountain, and Pauline and I slept in one room, and Gary and Al slept in another bedroom. And it was so cute. We're laying there in bed, and Pauline's like, so Jackie, how long have you and Al been together exactly? And I'm like, oh, we're not boyfriend, girlfriend, we're just friends. She's all, you are? I'm all, yeah. She's all, oh, Al never said you weren't boyfriend, girlfriend. So that was like another hint. I was like, oh. Like, she thought we were boyfriend, girlfriend. So I was like, So then you guys, so this continued on. Al and I, like, just kept going out, you know, like, as friends. I'd say for like a good like year or year and a half, I don't know. So one day, so you guys, so it was after that Magic Mountain trip, It was really cute. We got back, so Al brought me home to my mom's house, and he came in, you know, to talk to my mom and dad for a while. I remember my mom was at the dining room table, and Al was on another dining room chair, like sitting, and he moved over so I could sit on the same chair as him, and I thought that was really cute.
Oh.
Okay, so we're both sitting on the same dining room chair. Yes, we both fit because we were both really skinny back then. Now we can never fit in the same chair together. So we're talking to my mom and stuff. Well, after Al left that night, my mom's like, oh, Jackie, he likes you, you know, as more than a friend. I'm like, yeah, I don't think so. My mom's all, no, he's not gonna want to spend the whole weekend with you if he just thinks of you as a friend. I'm like, oh, well, I don't think he thinks of me that way. I don't know, you guys, maybe like a week or so later, Al and I went somewhere, the mall or something, and and he was gonna leave that night, so we were outside by his car talking, and he goes, oh, he's all, do you want to go out to dinner Saturday? He's all, I wanted to talk to you about something, and I'm all, about what? He's all, oh, just about something, and I'm like, oh no, and I'm like thinking of like those movies where the guy says, hey, Jackie, I like you, but not in that way. I honestly thought that's what he's going to tell me. Yeah, he's going to say that I just don't think of you that way. I think you like me, but I don't think of you that way. So I said, oh no, I can't wait till Saturday. Just tell me now. He's all, oh no, I really want to wait till Saturday. And I'm like, nope, just tell me now. I'm not going to go out with you Saturday, because I was really thinking he's gonna, like, there was a song and it used to say, you dropped the bomb on me, baby, you dropped the bomb on me. Okay, and I honestly thought that he was gonna do that to me, like drop the bomb on me, okay?
Well, you probably put a downer on him.
Yes.
He was
so
excited.
Oh my gosh, you guys, poor thing. So then he says to me, so cute, he goes, well, I really wanted to make this special and take you out on Saturday. He's all, but I'll just tell you right now, he's all, I like you, and I'm hoping you like me in that way too. Oh my gosh, you guys, it was so cute. And we were both so like nerdy. I mean, like we're all like laughing and giggling out by his car. I mean, it wasn't like, I mean, like
he
we were like
you and
15.
You.
No, he didn't even kiss me.
Oh, really?
But it was really cute. Yeah. So it was very cute, you guys. But he said, I still want to take you out on Saturday, of course,
Well,
so,
then you were like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I was always all, okay then, dinner's back on, sucker. All right, no, it was really cute. So he left and I ran in the house. I think we just hugged or something, yeah. We didn't even kiss or anything. I ran in the house, you guys. My mom and dad were both sleeping. I went and I woke them both up. I remember going in my mom and dad's bedroom, waking them both up, and I told them what happened, and they were so happy. They were so excited because they really liked Al. We went out to dinner, and it was so cute, and oh my gosh, you guys.
Hey, but he didn't, did he say, like, you know, you my girlfriend?
No, he didn't even say, like, you want to be my girlfriend. It's just, I like you, and I think you like me, and la 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 la.
Oh, so you were basically.
So yeah, so we were.
Okay.
Yeah.
He didn't have to ask you, like you just were like, oh yeah, we're together.
Right,
like
He didn't even have to ask me, you want to be my girlfriend, because I just knew that's how he was. I mean, if he said he liked me, I didn't have to say, oh, are we gonna be boyfriend and girlfriend? Because I knew we were gonna be,
Okay.
So you guys, we became boyfriend and girlfriend. It was so cute.
It was
okay. So very early, you guys, in the relationship, like within weeks, we would talk about our families and stuff, and I found out that Al's mom was Armenian. And we mentioned this before in videos, you guys, because Jaclyn and I always talk about how hairy we are. We always say because we're ethnic and we're Armenian. And so anyway, guys, so Al said something about my mom being Armenian, and I'm all, hey, my mom's Armenian too. Then we found out that our moms grew up in Los Angeles in a place called Boyle Heights. When Al said that his mom lived in Boyle Heights, I'm like, hey, wait, my mom did too, okay? No, we don't have the same mothers. And we weren't separated at birth. So you guys, it was so cute. So we found out our moms are both Armenian. Found out that they both lived in Los Angeles, and this is so cute, you guys.
This is the best.
Then Al says randomly, oh, and his mom, you guys, I think we mentioned this at Christmas when we were making those cookies. Al's mom died when he was really young, like when he was like 9 years old. And you guys, I forgot to tell you something earlier too. When Al met my mom, I introduced him, and my mom's name was Helen. Al's mom's name was Helen. It was so cute. I just thought that was funny. I mean, like, how weird that they were both named Helen. Well, then it turns out that...
they both grew up the same place.
Yes, and they both grew up in the same place. Yeah. So you guys, it turns out that there were two big high schools in Los Angeles, okay? Garfield and Roosevelt. And it turned out that my mom and her sister and brothers went to Roosevelt, and Al's mom, well, she and her brothers and sisters went to Garfield, okay? They were big rival high schools, so it turned out that Al's family knew my uncles and stuff. My uncles were really good looking guys, you guys, back then. And especially my one uncle, Harry, he was like this well-known, like, big guy and a real muscly. So a lot of the, like, people in Los Angeles knew him. They knew my uncles. It was amazing, you guys, okay?
So there's another weird
So there's another weird thing that
his family
knew my family. They went to rival high schools. They lived close by each other, okay? Both of our moms were named Helen, okay? So now, I was very close to my Nana that I ditched at my aunt's house. I mean, my Nana and I were like this, you guys. Oh my gosh, she was so darn cute. And we, every week I would pick her up and we'd go shopping and stuff. So I was very close to her. So of course, when I met Al, you know, we became boyfriend, girlfriend. I took him over to see, you know, my Nana and stuff. So then Al said, well, Jackie, I want you to meet my grandma. And I'm like, okay. So,
Okay.
so I met his grandma, and oh my gosh, you guys, she was so sweet. We fell in love, and he proposed to me. But he proposed to me just at his house. Nobody else was there though. It was just like me and him. He didn't have his own house. He lived with his dad and sister. So anyway,
the house he lived in.
at the house he lived in, that he grew up in. Yeah. So anyway, so we, you know, we got engaged. So we got engaged in 1986, and then we took like a year to plan the wedding. So we got married in 1988. So remember, so we met in 80, and then we lost touch with each other till about 1983 or so, and then we met up again, and then I'm gonna say we were friends for at least like a year and a half, if not longer, and then we became boyfriend and girlfriend, and then we got engaged in 1986, and then we got married in 1988. We got engaged. All right, and months, you know, went on, because now we're planning the wedding and stuff, and Al's uncle kept saying to a friend of his, he's like, oh yeah, I always see and my friend, I tell him, you know, my nephew's getting married, and this friend of his would say, oh yeah, I have a family relative that's getting married too pretty soon, you know, and like, we never put like any two and two together, because who would think anything, you guys? So just remember that little story, like in the back of your head, because his uncle would say that more than once, that, you know, that, oh yeah, you know, like I saw my friend, yeah, you know, we talked about the wedding, blah, blah. Okay, just remember that little part of the story. So now you know, the wedding's being planned, but Al and I wanted our grandmas to meet. My grandma, and Al's grandma, they were both, my Nana and his grandma, they were both in their 80s, okay? We bring them together, okay? So we picked up my Nana and brought her over to Al's grandma's house, okay? And so we're sitting there, not even for 10 minutes, you know, they shake hands or whatever, my Nana and his grandma. My Nana's name was Alice, and his grandma's name was Ripsima, okay? That was her name. So we're sitting there, you know, we introduced them to each other, and Al's grandma's staring at my Nana. Okay, now granted, you guys, these women are in their 80s, okay? So Al's grandma said, Alice, did you work in a walnut factory like in the 1940s in Los Angeles? And my Nana says, yes. And Al's grandma says, did you work on the 7th floor? And my Nana says, yes.
Oh my God.
And she said, were you a supervisor? And my Nana says, yes. You guys,
Can't believe
my
it.
Nana was Al's grandma's supervisor
In a walnut
at
factory.
a walnut factory
Oh my
in
God.
Los Angeles, you guys. And we were like, I mean, I think
So
we all
weird.
sat there with our eyes wide open and our mouths dropped open, and we're like, what the heck? We could not believe
What are
that
the chances?
our grandmas worked together. I know, right?
Can't believe
And I swear, after that, we thought, it was like meant to be. Like we would always laugh after that and say, but you guys, but the weird thing is, how did Al's grandma recognize my Nana? Because
they were old.
do you know
now,
how different they must have looked back in like the 1940s? I mean, how did they? I just don't understand how she recognized her. Something about my Nana, she knew it was her. And it was so amazing how we sat there, we're like, oh my gosh. Oh, you guys, it was so neat. So then Al and I would always say, oh my gosh, it was meant to be. Our Nanas got together and they did like some grandma magic, even though they weren't grandmas then. And they probably said, okay, well, one day you're gonna have a grandson and I'm gonna have a granddaughter. We're gonna make them get together. So you guys, it was so darn cute. That was like the most amazing part, like of our story, that we thought, I can't believe that our grandmas like know each other. As the wedding's getting closer, remember that story I told you about Al's uncle would always talk with his good friend about this wedding, and they would always talk to each other. Oh yeah, I'm going to a wedding, okay. So Al's uncle was talking to this guy named Michael, who's my mom's cousin. That's the guy that he was talking to all the time. So it turns out that Al's uncle knew my mom's cousin.
That's so, like, how?
I know.
Oh my gosh.
I know. And they were talking about the same wedding. Because one day it was like, it's so funny how it happened. Like, I think one day, Al's uncle said something like, hey, yeah, you know,
like it's at this
something
place,
he said something about like the name of his nephew or where it was gonna be or something, and then Michael's like, hey, wait a minute, that's where the wedding I'm going to is gonna be, or however it got brought up. And then they found out for months they had been talking about the same wedding, and it was our wedding.
Can't believe it.
So it was another neat thing. Well, then you guys, the wedding comes, and all of Al's family and all of my family, everybody was like, hey, I know you and I know you, because they all recognized each other.
From the high schools,
right? Yeah, growing up in Boyle Heights and seeing each other back then, it was so neat, you guys. So we got married, and Al's grandma was really sick. She had been, you know, like in and out of the hospital, and she had like a nurse that would always come to the house and take care of her. Well, they had the nurse come to the wedding because they thought that grandma, like, as soon as grandma was like, you know, at the reception, she was gonna be ready to go home, right? Because she's gonna be wiped out from the wedding, right? Oh my gosh, you guys. She got up and made this speech. I don't know how long she was up there. She must have been up there for 10-15 minutes talking, making a speech, and she was so darn cute. As sick as she was, she's up there in her little high heels and her dress, and she's up there, and it was so cute, and she's like, oh, you know, she's all, I'm gonna say the same thing that I learned when I got married and really back long ago. And she says, if you have problems in your marriage, you don't go telling somebody, to that person or to that person, your problems. She's all, you keep it to yourselves. And she had an accent like my grandma, because they were both from Armenia. You guys, it was so darn cute. And she's all, so she's doing this whole speech how if we ever have problems in our marriage, never go to this person or that person. She's all, you keep the problems to yourself. She's all, or you could come to me and tell me. Oh my gosh, you guys, it was so cute. Everybody started laughing, and then people were laughing and clapping so long. She puts up her hands and she's all like telling them to stop so she could keep talking.
Oh my gosh. Probably the best speech.
It was, I'm not kidding you guys, because we had a video guy tape it, so we have her whole speech on tape, right? And it's so darn cute. And you guys, she did not want to leave that reception, and everybody's like, oh, you better go home because you need to rest. And she's like, I'm not leaving. She stayed the whole time, you guys, at that reception. Dedication. And she ended up passing away, you guys, so quickly after the wedding. But it's like we all kept saying she like hung on, you know, like so she could see the wedding. And then my Nana also passed away like a couple years after the wedding. So it's almost like it just was so neat how it was meant to be that if Al and I would have gotten together a little later, like they would have been gone already. You know, like they would never even have met each other, and we never would have found out that our families, you know, all knew each other, or that our grandmas worked together, you know, way back when at the walnut factory. We always say that, or, you know, talk about that, and we always say how our grandmas, you know, like if we're ever doing something, you know, or like we're driving far or going somewhere, Al will always say, oh, our, you know, Grandma and Nana are with us, or watching over all of us, and it's so cute, you guys. So anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed that story. I know Al and I look back, you guys, and we laugh because remember how I told you when we first met and Al walked in with his Jordache jeans on, and I was like, ugh. And he said that he looked at me and he thought the same thing. He thought, who the heck wears overalls, corduroy overalls, and a top, a puffy sleeve top with a bow to a disco? So we always laugh about it to this day. So you guys, I hope that you liked the story of how I met Dad Flicker and how we met so long ago. That's a really long time ago, 1980.
I know.
That's so long ago.
Oh, well, yeah. Almost like more than 30 years ago.
And now you guys know I'm a cougar and everything.
Oh,
and
by like 2 years.
Oh, and it's so funny, you guys. Al loves to tell people that story.
He's like, oh,
he
she's
loves
older
to say
than
how
you.
I'm 2 years older than him, and I went after him, and yeah, and I was like a cougar that, like, you know, went after him, right?
Yeah. They've been together 28 years.
September's our anniversary. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But anyway, we always laugh. We always talk about that, you guys, how we came to be, and how our moms were both named Hallen, and his family and my family grew up in the same part of Los Angeles, and it's just the neatest story. But I think our grandmas working together that's the neatest part of our story. So we always say, seriously, I think it was meant to be that we got together.
For sure.
Yes, for sure.
For sure.
So anyway, you guys, so we thought this was a cute video.
Yeah,
for
we hope you guys
Valentine's Day.
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
If you did, please give this video a like. And if you're new to our channel, please subscribe. Don't forget, hit that little button down there.
I should have had Dad come in here.
Oh,
he's asleep.
I know. Yeah, he's
Yeah, we're doing
asleep.
this video late at night.
I know, but he knew you were gonna do it.
Yeah, he did. Oh, that is our story of how we.
So cute.
My leg's falling asleep. You're pinching my one
I'm
leg.
sorry.
So it was so funny, you guys. I know somebody. Remember, I was like, last time Jaclyn hadn't sat on my lap in a long time. I'm like, oh man, you
I
got
look bigger
heavier.
than you, though.
And then somebody said,
I'm like in
no,
front.
Jaclyn, don't worry, you didn't gain weight. No,
Oh, I know. No, but that's not what we were saying. I think we were saying because I look bigger because I'm like in front of you. I don't know.
But anyway, guys, so I hope you guys like this Valentine's story.
Happy Valentine's Day to you guys. Don't, you know, if you don't have a Valentine, don't worry. We'll be your Valentine.
Jaclyn doesn't have one.
Oh, yeah.
She just has us.
Mine's my dog. So.
Yeah. So don't worry.
Don't
if you guys don't have Valentines, don't even worry. I never had a Valentine date until I started going out with Jaclyn's dad. Yeah, I never had a date on Valentine's Day.
Yep.
I never did anything, never got a Valentine card, never got flowers.
Yep.
Till I met Jaclyn's
don't feel bad,
dad,
guys.
So don't feel bad.
All right, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.